Welcome to Lincoln, Nebraska and Memorial Stadium. This sea of red ready to rock. One of the most loyal fan bases in the sport, ready to see the Cornhuskers get back to that championship level. We've been tracking this matchup for weeks, thinking about a possible top 5 collision. Both teams have done their part, and now here we are. The Spartans will kick it away to start us off. And here's the return from inside the 5. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Picks up some blocks. Can he make it? Touchdown, Huskers. He will score.
I mean, Chris, we're just getting our headsets on here, and we've already got a touchdown in this game. Great blocking up front, but really just the instincts and the speed by the return man to take that all the way back for a touchdown.
BAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 20, tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. So Michigan State's offense comes on the field first today. This wide receiver, Kirk, is so dynamic. It puts a lot of pressure on the corners, and frankly, the safeties are going to have to get involved in coverage today, right?
Yeah, the free safety's going to be tempted here to make plays, but this quarterback has a favorite target. He comes up with most of the 50-50 balls. Expect to see plenty of double coverage and help from this free safety today.
Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, it's a nice job of picking up the first down by this Michigan State running back. Chris, you think back over the years, think of how many good backs we've seen wear these colors for Michigan State. Going back to Lorenzo White, guys like T.J. Duckett, Le'Veon Bell, Javon Ringer, always a good back in East Lansing.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. They'll run it to the left. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, you'd love to see a few more yards here to give yourself a better chance on third down. Now, here early in this game, we get a big third down to see if this offensive line can keep the pressure off the quarterback.
Trying to extend the play. On the run, he'll let it go. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. The Spartans are looking to keep this drive going. They'll hand it off. They pick up 4, so second down and 6 coming up.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
And there's the handoff. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Boy, great job by this defense on this second down run. Just stonewalled him at the line of scrimmage. Now they get a chance to really pressure the quarterback here, try to get off the field.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. The receiver makes the catch. They make the first down, brought down to the 31. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Defense surrounds him, just a short gain on that completion.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Gain of 13. And that's good enough for a first down.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Ball handed off. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks.
Just trucks through the defender. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Sparty.
What an opening drive by this offense, and especially this running back. Every single time they gave him the ball, he's getting positive yards behind that big offensive line. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, you better make some adjustments and do it in a hurry. You got to get more guys committed to the line of scrimmage to stop this run game.
Return starts from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. And here we go, Kirk. This matchup on the edge that's going to go a long way to deciding this game. An elite wide receiver and a guy who doesn't believe anybody can beat him.
This is going to be like a boxing match where it's an all-out battle. Two extremely gifted athletes competing on every snap. Better get your popcorn ready.
They're going to run it. Running with purpose. The gain moves the ball to the 34.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Snags a good throw. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be
tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. When they don't block the defensive end, it shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package.
And the sophomore making an impact play.
Now they put that nickel defense, and I think that's the right call. You get more speed to be able to cover with those 5 defensive backs. It also allows that defensive line with that good coverage to get after the quarterback, as we see here.
With the return, it's McMillan. And the returner brought down by the coverage team now. And the Michigan State offense is back out on the field. In the last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the handoff. And it's good for a first down to the 36.
Offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Breaks loose at the 45. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Spartans.
What a long run for the touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
No problem with PAT right down the middle. It's a squib kick picked up by one of the blockers on the return team. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Nebraska offense back out on the field. The last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? With some pre-snap movement, back in motion, bringing pressure. And he finds his tight end for the catch. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Any good offense has to have a reliable, quick to intermediate passing game. Even though that wasn't enough for the first down, it's plays like this that help you sustain drives and not get stuck with third down and long.
Looking to pass here on second down. Caught quickly. Tackled, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45.
The slant is a great way to get the ball to your receiver against man coverage, especially if you feel like you've got an advantage on the matchup. Easy throw and completion for the quarterback and receiver.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call.
Holding.
Costly hold nullifies the play, backs him up 10 yards. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Defense will make the stop, and it will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. Here's the second down play. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Short connection to the tight end here. The defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first period of play. So, Kirk, it's Michigan State with the lead here. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. A nice sack. The Cornhuskers will have to punt this one away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick with pretty good distance. And the kick bounces and goes out of bounds down near the goal line. Outstanding work by the punter. And the Michigan State offense is back out on the field. Keeping it on the ground here. He's free around the 15. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, good, tough running there by the Michigan State running back. And Michigan State over the years has had great offensive line play, ability to open up holes, and good, tough runners like we're seeing today.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play, they're in position to bring him down for a loss.
There's a screen pass to the running back. Finds room at the 30. Finally marked out after a big gain, but hold on. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's check this out. That one hurts. Backs him up 10 yards. Boys, this stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to airing this one out toward the sideline. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Breaks free down the left side. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Michigan State. Just ran away from the defense.
Oh, that was almost the entire length of the field. What a play by this offense. A nice throw, but really it's about the receiver making a catch and showing you what he can do with the ball after.
Michigan State.
Point after, not great through.
Nebraska, 7.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. And they begin to click now. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. It's a quick grab. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Boy, they're just fundamentally sound. Right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
Now it's second down here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
With the carry. is 3. Brings up 3rd down.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
And he's going to head out of bounds, but not before picking up some good yardage on the return. And the Michigan State offense is back out on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. And they're able to get him down.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Brings up 2nd down.
2nd down play coming up. Ball handed to the running back. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
So the offense faces 3rd and short from the +26. Might be 4-down territory, but let's see what the call is here. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry. And that
he's got some room. Can he get there? Tackle at the 1-yard line. Couldn't quite get in, but an excellent run. And the Spartans looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Touchdown, Sparty. This offense is still clicking. And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense is showing up, prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
3rd and goal, looking to throw for it. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans. How in the world do you lose track of the reliable tight end on that play?
The only thing I can think about is the defense is so locked in on the wide receivers or maybe the running game that they just forgot about the tight end. The guy's wide open. That's an easy throw.
28, Nebraska 7.
Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. Looking for his big tight end. He makes the grab. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, it's got to start somewhere, and there's a nice first down to keep this drive alive and hope to be able to create a little bit of momentum here near the end of the first half, trying to cut into this lead and get some points on the board.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
He stopped and gets a first down. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. And the Huskers have 1st and 10 here. He'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. 2nd down here, time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. So we've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. 2nd down after that previous play. Quarterback drops back. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
And the Michigan State offense is back out on the field. Offense protecting the lead here, but they've been playing so well. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Looks left and finds his target there. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage. And the Spartans hustle to the line to run the hurry up. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Who makes the grab? He's found some room at the 45. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
And the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
Running out of time in the pocket. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, the quarterback gets drilled on this play, Chris, as he lets go of that ball before the interception. I think he was just trying to get it out. Didn't seem to have a chance to set his feet up. And what did it do? It made it a lot easier for the defender to come up with the intercept.
Here's a shot toward the right sideline. And it's intercepted. And he's got some open field ahead. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Well, it looks like somebody did a great job of preparing himself to get ready for this football game. It's his second interception in this game so far. Obviously reviewed the tape and is locked in on his fundamentals. That's a big-time player making big-time plays.
And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Didn't find anybody open. Brings up a second down now. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Grab down the middle. It's Lacey. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Chris, that's a great example of his arm strength. He just fired the ball in there much quicker than the defense could even react.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
Well, that's the kind of play right there that this defense has been looking for. Maybe that'll spark them because, let's face it, this game has not gone the way they had hoped, but a play like that sometimes can create some momentum and change the complexion of the football game.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Receiver makes the grab. The defense will wrap him up after a 7-yard gain. It'll bring up 4th down. The Spartans will come to the line on 4th down, hoping to keep this drive going. He's running out of time here. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Great defensive play on 4th down. Here comes the Nebraska offense back out on the field. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's looking to scramble. They get him down, but that's a good run, enough to move the sticks and keep this drive going. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. First down, looking to throw the ball. Doesn't get rid of it. He's brought down way behind the line of scrimmage. That's a huge loss. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Pressure is coming. And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away.
Chris, on this play, he has nobody open. It's better than taking a sack. He doesn't get intentional grounding because where he threw it, there was an intended receiver. I think there's no harm, no foul here.
Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. And the pass falls incomplete in the final play of this first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Bringing it out, it's McMillan. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's when the offense will take over. And the Michigan State offense is back out on the field. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Let's fly to the wideout. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Marked out of bounds, but it's another big gain. This air attack, no problem moving the ball up and down the field today. The offense really clicking here. Using the ground game.
Get back, make it easy on the quarterback, hand it off up the middle. Nice solid gain. Stay ahead of the chains.
A gain makes it second and medium. Here comes a handoff. And tackled after a small pickup there. That run sets up a critical third down play. They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. Stop at the 43. This offense picks up another first down.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big third down. Know what you need to do. Get the first down. Continue to hold on to that lead. Continue to work clock. And get that much closer to securing a victory.
Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. So this defense finally makes a play. That's one of the few negative plays for this offense today.
Yeah, you said it, Chris. They don't have the easiest road to climb back in this one, but little plays like that can be points of positivity of what coaches will likely focus on as they move forward.
Makes a quick grab. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up fourth down.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this fourth down and short.
Fourth down, looking to throw for it. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. They've got him, but he easily makes the first down, and this drive keeps going.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and a receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
And they'll stop him short of the line to gain.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
But there you go, defense. Listen, it's not been a great day for these guys, but this time they stepped up and took out some of that frustration. Nice play.
It's fourth down and 4 as they try to keep the drive going. From the shotgun, drops back. Finds his man, has the first down. And he's ruled down after the catch, but it's enough for a first down.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
Touchdown, Michigan State. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly. That's another passing strike from his quarterback. He is having himself a tremendous ballgame.
Boy, this guy just can't miss. Every single time he throws, it seems like he's coming up with another touchdown. The receivers are running good routes. He has enough time to throw. And, man, this poor defense, they might want to think about changing up coverage because right now it is not working.
Fields it just outside the goal line. Turns on the speed. They finally get him down, but not before a huge return. Almost took him to the house. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. And looking to throw now on first down. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska.
That's just textbook right there. Great timing and recognition by the quarterback. Great route by this receiver. He gave a nice stem to the outside before he went to the post. Perfect timing, tough to defend, and an easy touchdown for this offense.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. Here's the fair catch by the return man. In the first play of the drive now from the 25. Handoff to the back, powering right past the defender. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. But I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Takes the handoff, and he'll head left. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
He's a wide-open receiver, complete. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the plus 47. And the Spartans line up on 1st and 10 now.
That's a first down for the offense.
Movement here from the tight end. They'll run it here. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. 2nd down, looking to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket. Looking to scramble now. In the clear at the 25. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. 1st down and 10. Handoff here from the shotgun. They get him down, but that's a solid gain.
He's marked down at the 16-yard line. 2nd down coming up.
And check out how he's been spreading the football around between his targets, getting everybody involved in this game.
35, Nebraska 14.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Running back has it on a screen now. That play is blown up. Defense makes the tackle in the backfield. They come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive going. Can the defense get a stop here? Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. He's got it, looking for the end zone. Poor set of balance, but a nice gain there, and the offense will have a 1st and goal.
I mean, Chris, look at this guy. I mean, you talk about having a great day throwing the football and leading his team to a nice, comfortable lead late in the game, and it continued.
Touchdown, Sparty, and the route is on. So the offense flexing, Kirk, and stretching the lead here now in the 2nd half.
Well, you can catch your breath here a little bit if you're this offense. That touchdown can help you out, but now your own defense can help you preserve the lead so you can go back out and continue to build upon that to the finish.
Nebraska 14.
And so it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. And he just throws the ball away there. Nobody open. Excellent coverage. Tough situation with the offense. 3rd and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on 3rd down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on 4th and long.
And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. He's got some room and some blockers here. Touchdown, Spartans. Wow, what a play, a defensive score.
Great job here by the defense coming up with yet another play. Boy, they are just pouring it on today, dominating in every phase.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
Nebraska, 14.
And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Here comes the Nebraska offense back out on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. 1st down. Looking to throw the football. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. They stop out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting close to the midfield. So one play moves the ball to the 42-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. And he dumps it off to the tight end. A big hit by the linebacker. Physical tackle there, big versus big. That completion makes it 2nd down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. The catch is made for a huge pickup. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play. The Cornhuskers with 1st and 10 here. It's a jet sweep. Receiver trying to turn the corner.
Boy, he was so close to getting to the outside and coming up with some huge yards. But, hey, let's give credit to the defense. This receiver is really fast. They were very, very fortunate not to give up a big play.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. He cannot escape. The defense with a sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Here's the handoff. He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now. So they're short on 4th down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. It'll be a 26-yard attempt, should be automatic. The kick is good. Offense collects 3 points on the drive. So they tack on 3 points, but still large deficit. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Michigan State offense is back out on the field. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. And the defense makes some adjustments, come up with a stop here. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Keep it on the ground to work the clock here. Solid run. They'll bring it down at the 28-yard line.
He's brought down at the 28. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want, whenever we feel like doing it.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
When these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game, because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Boy, this offense does such a great job of putting the threat of the quarterback and the running back on this defense. It puts the defense in a tough spot because it's really hard to take both away. This time, the quarterback gets out and shows you the speed he has as well.
So the offense with the 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
And they'll give it to the back. Oh, what a move. And that's a solid gain with the defense able to bring him down. Can they convert on 3rd down to keep this drive rolling?
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
And they hand it off to the back. Breaking free at the 35. The tackle is made, the clock runs out, and that will do it. Well, this one ended up being a blowout, but they get the W, but they also make a pretty strong statement here today.